What is happening, guys? We're getting ready to install some new seats for the YJ. Been really excited about this one, looking forward to it for a long time now. 3 seats from Bestop. If you're looking for new seats for your YJ, you're definitely going to want to check out this video. Oh. Alright, so here is where I really break down the differences between the OEM seat and these new Bestop seats. But as you can see, I accidentally had it on time lapse and all of that conversation is now wasted. So instead of going through this and recording it again, what I'm going to do is just pull them up and I'll talk about them there. Alright, so the biggest question is probably, why did I go with these seats? Well, there's actually a couple good reasons, I think, and the first one is they're very similar to an OEM seat. So what does that mean? Well, it means you don't have to change out the mounting bracket that they go on. So your stock YJ seats will just bolt right up to this, and that way you have the slider that you know works and your bracket that you know works that bolts into the floor. So that part I really liked. Another part is that these are one of the best seats that Bestop makes, and they're still $400. If you go on their website, or maybe they have a deal on Amazon, you can get them for a better deal depending on what time of year it is. This is free shipping on Amazon, so $401 isn't bad. These seats are sold as either passenger or driver, so you do have to get one of each. They're not universal. But the thing I really like about this seat is it comes in a couple different colors. The one I went with is called Black Crush. They have a black denim too, but to me that just seemed like it was going to absorb a lot of dirt like my gray ones did. But the thing I like about these is they appear to have a lot of extra padding and an adjustable headrest, which is nice, but they also have a little bit more of a bucket shape. So you get that lumbar support, the side support on both the seat and the seat back, and then of course you still have the recline, which is a big thing for me. They have another tier of these seats that are actually fixed in position, and I didn't want that. I wanted the ability to either sit up straight or lean back, and I know my passenger does too, so that's one of the big reasons why I went with this seat. Now, if you go with a bucket seat or something that takes a 5-point harness, you usually have to switch to a 5-point harness. These seats, you can still use the regular seat belt, and I think later on you can convert this to use a harness too. So I just overall think there's a lot more flexibility with these seats, and I like how they look. So an added bonus to going with these ones is you can get a matching rear seat for not much less, and you really can get all 4 of them for under $1,000, which I think is a pretty good deal personally. Right, there's another look at the seat height difference. It's definitely higher, actually under the front part of the thigh right there. So my goal is to get this seat replaced without taking the whole bracket and everything out, but I don't know if it's gonna be possible. I'm having a hard time just reaching the bolt that gets the seat off the bracket. I had a lot of trouble getting my driver's seat out because it is a little bit jimmy rigged in there. I think the threads just got messed up at some point. They got drilled out. Now there's a bolt on the bottom in a weird spot, but I find it way better to just take these seats out. I'm not even gonna mess with leaving them in. Take the whole seat out and put the bracket on. It's just way easier that way. These seats have multiple holes on the bottom, so that's great because it could probably fit a couple different brackets. You'll definitely need to kind of fit them to fit your brackets and just make sure they're lined up right. I had to do this a few times, so don't stress out. There's definitely enough options. If it doesn't line up, just try it again. All right, now for the back seat. This is the matching one with the rest of those Trailmaxes, and this one I'm not 100% sure on. I don't know what I need to take off of here and put on there. Hopefully there will be some directions. There's the old seat right there. Check this one out. My old seat definitely doesn't have anything like this. This has got a nice latch on it. Some nice stops right here. I think we're just gonna have a bracket to put down on the floor that this latches into, and then that should also hold the seat belts. So of course the one day I had off to work on the Jeep, it was raining. It's already, you know, a little bit of work to film while installing something, but when it's raining and everything's getting all wet, I decided to just stop recording. I've got the seats all installed now. Looks way better in there. They're definitely more comfortable. I'll try to go over some of the stuff I skipped just so you guys can get caught up on it, but it's pretty straightforward to install. Let's check it out. Nice and dark in there. With all the black interior, our black floor mats, black Tuffy console. Pretty awesome in here. So my wife got up in here and the first thing she said is, wow, the seat sits a little bit higher. And what it is it's this part right here, right under like where your hamstring is on the back of your leg. This part is definitely higher, and because of that you're kind of sitting up a little bit like that, and I think her feet might be hanging off the ground a little bit. Does that go away? I don't know. Maybe as you break it in, you know, this will sit a little bit lower. It's the same thing on my side, and I already sit with the seat pushed really far up. I just like to sit like that. It's quite a bit of a rake, so that's going to take some getting used to, or maybe someday I'll kind of like prop it up in the back, give myself a little bit of room there. Okay, so in my last video I was talking about the Tuffy center console. Yes, there is some room right there. This side's pretty much touching, and then in the front here there's not a whole lot of room. So when people say they go with the 8-inch one, I would be cautious doing that because your seats might touch it, especially if they're aftermarket one like this, where this side support is like really hangs out. But yeah, the support on these seats is fantastic. It's definitely closer to a bucket seat than the OEM ones, and they feel really good. The recline's easy, works really well. So the thing my wife is most excited about, I think, is this. Number one, the seat doesn't hit the seat belt, and because the Tuffy box has that seat belt holder, when you hit the latch down here to pull the seat forward, everything just stays where it's supposed to. Seat belt is still in the right spot, and now we can get a good look at the back seat. So the back seat definitely has some room. You can see it's probably, I would say, about 1.5 inches on each side. Of course, there's some wiggle room with the brackets on the bottom. The install you can do without drilling any holes, but you definitely should. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm going to show you what mine looks like here in a minute. But yeah, the interior with these all black leatherette seats looks really good. All right, let's check out the back. All right, so here's how I have the seatbelt and everything set up. You can see they're just kind of going through the crack there. Right here is the bracket that comes with the rear seats, and there's 3 holes. So you could drill the holes like it says. I just used the stock one, and then if you drill another one up there, they say just put this skinny bolt down there. I would stay with this one. I believe it's a 7/16. I'd stay at the same size, go with the big one. So let me get this top pulled up. So I feel like this seat is a good amount taller than the OEM one, and it leans back a lot more, like it's reclining a lot more. That part doesn't really look adjustable. Like I think the seat is just kind of stuck like this. Let me do the like fold and tumble part and I'll show you how it looks. So all you got to do is first hit this lever on the driver's side. So it folds, and then you hit the latch down here and it goes forward. So it's all really simple, really good amount of room once it's folded up like that. And you can see this one's got 2 supports on the bottom and then this heavy duty latch. So here's a better look at what I was talking about. Bestop wants you to drill a second hole right there and then use their hardware with a plate underneath that's threaded. I say don't do it. Just drill it out and put a 7/16 bolt through it and, you know, regular lock nut on the bottom. So I have the stuff, I just haven't done it yet, and I definitely will. This one's really tight how it is right now, so I don't see it moving, but you know, it's my kiddo back here. I want to make sure he's going to be safe if anything happens. Got some seat belts installed back here again. Just really enjoying the seats. So here, let's put this thing back down, click it in, send the seat belts up on the seat, and then pull the seat back. That's it. All right, so I'm in the back seat now. Definitely more comfortable than the stock one. Great to have a nice seat belt back here again. Yeah, plenty of room between my knees and the passenger seat. I'm 5'9", and I think this passenger seat's scooted like all the way back right now, and I've got plenty of room. Great for the back seat. No complaints. All right, so the most important side, the driver's side. Without adjusting the wheel, the distance between the wheel and my leg is a lot shorter now. The steering wheel is much closer, and I feel like I'm just sitting higher than I was before. The lumbar support in this seat is great. The side supports feel really good. I mean, how I sit, I feel like this headrest is probably something I'm not going to be using unless I'm like relaxing in here or something, but almost lay down in here, sitting on, not quite touching the rear seat right now, but you can go way back with this thing. I'm weird. I like to sit close up to the wheel, and I like to sit with like a straight back. All right, so here's the question. Would I buy these seats again? I definitely would. I haven't had enough time on them to know how they're going to hold up or how comfortable they're going to be. They are a little bit stiff right now, but if you have any of the things I mentioned before, like if you have a really wide center console, or let's say you're just really short, or you have really short legs like me, you might want to pass on these seats just because they sit a little bit higher, and it definitely feels different, like trying to push the clutch in all the way. Like it feels a little bit of a stretch if I sit how I used to, so you know, I got to go a little bit closer. Is that going to change as they break in? I really hope so. Yeah, the shipping was great. I ended up getting free shipping and a 10% off coupon for Bestop, so the whole set was under $1,000. I just feel like it really changed the look on the inside of the Jeep. It's a lot more comfortable now. Whenever you're out in the snow and the cold, I mean, the last thing you want to do is be in a bunch of like raggedy seats and interior, so it just feels nice to have a better interior, you know, and it just makes the Jeep seem a lot nicer. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully we'll see these seats many times in the future and they'll hold up well. But yeah, I'll try to give you some updates if there's any changes in it. If you're interested in checking these out, you can also get them on Amazon. So I'll put a link down in the description that's got them. They've got like 3 colors or maybe 4 colors. This is the Black Crush. And if you want to buy them, I'll put them down there for you guys to check out. So thanks for checking out this video. I will see you guys in the next one.